Hey, everybody. Welcome to the call. I'm super excited that y'all have joined us. My name is Leslie Fink. I'm going to just give you, a little bit of time while I share about some of our promos and stuff to invite your team members, tell your team chats, get all your friends invited. I want to tell you about a couple of different things that's going on. We have our mid-month promo right now that ends at midnight tonight, so be sure you're getting on that. If you spend $50, you get a free Activate. If you spend $150, you get free Activate, our free Access multivitamin, and free shipping. And you also can get 15% off any of our Access products. So go get all those Access products for 15% off and all those freebies. So get that before midnight tonight. In Canada, you get a free cell-proof Microbond leave-in and bamboo brush with any Microbond hair system along with free shipping. So it's great for Canadians as well. Also, I want to share that we have a customer win-back promo. You might be on this call listening in, and you may be a customer that hasn't purchased in the last 6 to 24 months, and you'll get an extra $10 off a $50 purchase or $24 off a $150 purchase the rest of this month plus free Activate. And don't forget that our Sunless Tanning Foam, which is one of my favorite products, is back for a limited time, so I would definitely stock up for that Sunless Tanning Foam. On top of that, I want to share something. Today is the 15th of the month, and this is really important to share. It's a perfect time. If you have even considered for a moment on getting started with Modere as a social marketer to make income, the 15th, if you don't know, we have what's called rollover volume. So here's how it works. If you get started on the 15th or after in the month, all the volume you accumulate in like this month of June will roll over to July. So let's say you started today, you build a business in June of 1,500 points, then that volume will roll over to July, giving you 1,500 points to start the new month, which is phenomenal. Let's also say you do another 1,500 points in July. You're now a team leader with 3,000 organizational points because you get to count that 1,500 from June. So this is why this is the perfect time to get started with Modere as a social marketer. So definitely get with whoever added you this call if you're ready to get started because this is such a great time. Again, let me introduce myself and tell you a little bit about me. I'm Leslie Fink. I'm a Platinum Black 2 and a Director 3. I've been with Modere almost 5 years. I joined July 15th of 2019. Funny story. I was going to join on the 12th, and I heard about the rollover volume, so I waited till the 15th and joined on the 15th to get that rollover volume, which pushed me really fast, really hard when I joined. So I want to share just a tiny bit before I introduce these wonderful women that are on this call, a bit about me and why I joined Modere. I was literally broke as a joke. I had 25 cents in the bank, y'all. I was 100 pounds overweight. I had said no to these products for 18 months because I said I couldn't afford them because I was so broke. And when I finally decided to say yes was after my home went in foreclosure. I tried to file bankruptcy, but I couldn't afford to file bankruptcy, and I just had given up pretty much until I finally, after 18 months of saying no, said, let me do this. Let me put it all in and go do this. So I joined July 15th, 2019. I became a Platinum Black 1 my first year, a Platinum Black 2 my second year. I went from my house in foreclosure to debt freedom. So this job, this is a job, this is what I do as a second job. I'm also a senior paralegal downtown Houston, so you can do this, with a job on the side, and some of these women are going to explain that as well. All you do is share what you love. It's so, it's just so natural if you love a product to share it, So, tips from me if you're already, say you just joined and you're brand new here and you're like, how did you do that, Leslie? You joined and became Platinum Black 1 your first year. Like I said, sharing what I love. I started with 250 friends, and I really quickly from July until September grew to 5,000 friends. And I shared in groups. It was what I teach my team. I share on Facebook. I wasn't an influencer. I was a nobody. I was a mom. It's a mom of 2 kids, a wife. I was, it's not like I came with a team. I came all alone. And I can tell y'all, you just have to want to do it. And you just have to go to work, okay? And we're all here to help you with all of that. A tiny bit more about our company, if you're new to hearing about us. We have a dual-sided comp plan, which is something I've not seen anywhere else. You can just work the customer side of the comp plan if you want. There's people that don't want to be a team leader, and that's okay. I mean, you can make $3,000, $5,000, $15,000. You can make as much as you want off a customer base. I mean, how great is that? You do not ever have to build a team if you don't want. The business model here is like nothing I have ever seen. So definitely get with whoever told you about this call and ask them about that. Like, how do I do that, right? Okay, so let's switch to these amazing women that I have spent time with that I really, really want y'all to meet and hear their stories. First of all, we have Cheryl Schibel. Cheryl is actually on my team. She is amazing. She was introduced to me about a year ago. She's a farmer's wife, a mom, and a grandmother to 6 children. Her grandkids are truly the light of her life. That is what fills her heart is her grandchildren now. She is a platinum and a brand new Director 1. She just hit her biggest month in May, hitting Director 1. So it's been absolutely huge for us to celebrate that. And so we're going to get on the call here so she can share about that. So Cheryl, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, more than what I've said? Who are you? What did you do before Modere? What made you come to Modere? Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me on the call. I am 66 years young, so you don't have to be like in your 20s to do this business. I wear many, many hats. My favorite, like you said, is being grandma. I spoil those poor kids so good, and then I send them home. I've been a farmer's wife for 32 years, which if you farm, you know there's never a dull moment. Jeff is retiring in July, so we will travel and start that new chapter in our life. Modere found me 5 years ago. I was recovering from 2 back fractures and some smashed ribs. I started taking BioCell Life and Skin twice a day, morning and night, and on my 7th day, I could feel that it was working on the inside. So you do like Leslie said, when you find something you love, you tell everybody. I told everybody that would listen, and I told everybody who didn't really want to listen to me. And my customer pod grew very fast. I look at it, it's kind of like a referral business. You know, it doesn't matter if you buy the shoes, you tell all your friends, you find a nice restaurant that you love to go to, you tell everybody. I did not want to do the business. I was very busy at that time. I was taking care of my mom, driving 3 hours, 3 to 5 days a week to see her. A year ago, January, Mom passed away, and I had so much time on my hands, and I was grieving hard. So I had to do something, so I just jumped into the business side of Modere and threw all my heartache there. And that's where I found Leslie Fink, because she was leading our team every step of the way. I overcame the fear that I wasn't good enough. I didn't know enough. I didn't have enough social media friends, all the things that fear plays in your mind. So I just got out of my own way and started telling people about the business side, asking the questions. Are you interested in hearing about what I do? People need what we have. They're looking to make extra money, pay cash for Christmas, or just pay the everyday bills. Just be sure and share all the time, and then let them decide if it's for them. Just ask the question. So that's where I'm at.
I love that, Cheryl. I love your heart, and I love how you share from your heart and what has worked for you. I know BioCell has been amazing for you and me as well. It's one of our favorite products. I always say it's right next to coffee. I can't decide which is better, our Logic coffee. So tell me a little bit about in May. Tell me when you hit Director, what do you think you did that might have been different? What do you think got you to Director after you've been in here a couple years? And even, like you said, last January you really got to where you're ready for the business. and with your mama right there by your side, right? But tell me, like, what do you think you did different in May?
Well, I always had, goals. Platinum, I want to be platinum, I want to be platinum. And then in May, I got to looking at my numbers. I'm like, I am so close to Director 1. It's not like out of reach. Just buckle down, do the work, and you'll get it. So the very last day of May, I was still short. So I scrolled back through all of the messages from the very first one that I'd sent to people. Some of those people had never even responded to a message, and I just reached out to all of them, and so I asked them if they would like me to take them off of my list, and not a single one of those people said, yes, take me off. Some of those people did order, which pushed me over to Director 1. And then I hit that goal, and I tell you, that was my proudest accomplishment.
That is so phenomenal. I love you sharing. We say it's follow-up is in the key, right? And you went way back, and I think people are sometimes afraid we're bothering them, and that just shows you we're not bothering them. They did not want you to remove them, even if they didn't order yet. Nobody said that they wanted you to remove them from the list, and I love that. And we need to all keep that in check. That people need us, like you said. People need what we have. They might not be ready yet. And just like with the business, you love the BioCell, you weren't ready for the business yet until you were. So that is absolutely fantastic. Oh, my gosh, I'm so glad you shared that. I remember I was on a plane. I couldn't get internet. Something's wrong with the internet on the plane. I landed and saw you hit that Director 1, and I couldn't get off the plane fast enough. It was so exciting. Okay, let me close with just one last thing from you, unless you have anything else. If you were to share one piece of advice to someone that's brand new, they just signed up last night or last week, and they're brand new, and they have no idea what they're doing. They've never done this before. What is your one piece of advice you'd leave with them?
Get yourself to the live events. Get there in person. When you're in person, you feel the excitement. You meet like-minded people. You build the friendships. The speakers, they just pour so much into you. You'll grow, and you'll become unstoppable. You just have to believe that you are good enough, that you can do it. And I always tell myself, look inward, not outward. And don't be afraid. Face your fear and just do it. The system is very, very easy. You just have to be consistent every day.
I love that. Consistency is my favorite word. I kind of pound it into y'all, don't I?
Yes, you do.
But I love that. Events. And Cheryl just was, personally invited to Utah to the New Leadership Conference that she just attended. And so that was phenomenal last weekend, I know, and we've talked a lot about that. So, events are key. So I absolutely love that. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, Cheryl. It just fills my heart with joy to hear from you. So I know everybody else will love hearing from you. If you don't know Cheryl, you should follow her. She's phenomenal. Like she said, I said you don't have to be an influencer, you don't have to be anybody. There's also no age, like she said. It doesn't matter if you're 20 or 66, or I have someone on my team that's 76, and she actually went to Baltimore to an event. So, there's no age limit to this, which I absolutely love. So thank you, Cheryl. Okay, next we're going to go to Laura Ebbecke. Laura Ebbecke, I know you've been in a previous company before Modere. I would love to kind of hear why you chose to leave a different company, why you chose to come to Modere, what it's done for you. She's a team leader in Modere right now, so she's doing phenomenal growing. I just want to hear a little bit about what made you choose to come to Modere, Lauren.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Lauren Ebbecke, and I had retired from Wisconsin due to, take a deep breath, 3 sisters dying, and I had to bury them. And that happened in the last 5 years. And so I was with another company, and I was working, and I was doing stuff. In the meantime, I had met, like, Julie Reynolds and Fraser Brooks, and I started doing video reels and some other stuff, and I got told that I couldn't do that, that I was supposed to focus on doing, you know, what I would consider, it's not 100% outdated, but it's like just doing reach outs or just doing referrals is a slower way to go. And I'd watched Julie and other people blow up their businesses through reels and videos and things. And I knew that I wanted that type of automation. So in the meantime, I retired to North Carolina to be closer to family because I'm 60, by the way. I know I might not look it, but I am 60. And so I need to be closer to family because there's a lot of family stuff happening. And so I made that move, and then I was headed to Dubai to be with Fraser Brooks and do a meeting and be with Julie. And I decided that it was time to make the move because my business wasn't growing like it should and wasn't supporting my retirement. And I was already on Modere. I was on the trim, which I absolutely love. And Julie had said, go on the lean body system, and I did. And by God, in 90 days, I've dropped, I got to tell you this, I dropped 40 pounds in 8 inches. So, folks, it's doable. It is so doable.
Wow.
But so then I decided that I wanted to be under positive people who supported me, whether I was doing a video, a reel, a live, or a reach out. I wanted to be able to automate. And I know that doesn't come first round, but let me tell you this. When I first moved, when I joined Modere, I was in the process of moving. I'm in just under a full-time job, so they don't give me benefits. And I flip Airbnbs and things. And I went live every day for more than 14 days, John, before the 14-day challenge. And that is how I grew so quick. And that's how I became a team leader. So, and all I did was do the lives. I didn't have time to do, quote, reach outs yet because I was moving and working and doing lives. So I was doing lives and reels. And people were reaching out to me. And I was like, oh, this is cool. So I live with my 2 labs in the coastal North Carolina area, and it's beautiful.
That is phenomenal. I love that. Lives are so great. You know, I'm going to go back to, you know, what Cheryl said, people need what we have. And when they see your heart and they see your soul on a live, it's so amazing. You know, and people really will connect with you and want what you have. So that is so good. How long have you been with Modere?
So at the end of April.
End of April. Okay, wow, yeah. So, you know, 2.5 months, yeah.
So yeah,
that
and I
shows
think, you know, yeah, so I was going to say what's most about lives is not just your heart and soul. Folks, there are so many scammers out there in the world, people don't know who to trust. But if they see you every day and they hear your voice and they know your heart and they know you're a real person, that brings the know, like, and trust. That's huge. Absolutely huge. So you've got to go live. Sure. Half the time I look like I came out of the washing machine, and I'm quite fine with no makeup on.
Yeah, we've learned that at some events. I mean, Kayla Betts is a great person to follow. She shares about how just come with your hair messed up. Doesn't matter. People love you anyway because they do. They have that know, like, and trust factor, and that is so huge. So tell me, you and I talked a little bit about this, and tell me a little bit about why you like the Modere product so much. Tell me a little bit about what you told me.
What I like about the Modere products is the last company I was with had a botanical line, but when I started studying Modere and how holistic and scientifically background we are, that is most people don't know this, I'm also a certified herbalist. I was 6 months away from being a PA but decided to teach. So I put the Western and Eastern together. My heart is still with holistic. And here's what I really like. And I'm going to talk mostly about the weight products because that's where I'm at. Besides the collagen, by the way. The collagen, if you haven't started collagen and you are over 20, you need collagen because you lose so much, right? And so this is so important. But with those products, they really work. 2, we follow it with the Mediterranean or like a Mediterranean-style diet, right? And even the burn has the Mediterranean-type ingredients, or it's inspired by that. So you got the cinnamon, the ginger, and all of these really work, and it's teaching a sustainable way of life to people. It's not a fad. What I like is we follow the trends. We don't follow the fads. And that is so important when we're teaching that and working with people and helping them. Because fads come and go. And fads is where the yo-yo dieting goes. And that's not us. So I like the fact that we're really true, and we're a company that's been 30-plus years, and, we've got the backing. And I'm a scientist, so I studied y'all before I joined.
I love that. That is so good. I mean, and it is. It's that the products are so clean. They're non-toxic. Everything about them. I love everything the way you explained it. And people should do their research. If you're listening to this call and you've never tried our products, it's okay to research them. That's what you want to do. You want to know what you're putting in your body. So I love that. And we're all talking about collagen, which is phenomenal because it seems to be really a favorite. I put, collagen in my daughter's body when she was 24. And she's 28 now. So it's been phenomenal. She got married. We put her husband on the sport because he's a 6'6" football player, and we got him on sport, which he's in love with. So you find the collagen that's right for you, because we have several different kinds, and we have the new one, which is skin, hair, and nails, also with biotin, so you can't do much better than that. But I absolutely love how you shared all that and what you love. That was one of my favorite things you told me when we talked. So let me ask you, if you're all brand new, right? So, we're still going to go with that. But someone joins, last night they joined and they're like, Lauren, what do I do? What's that one piece of advice that you would share with someone brand new? What is that one special piece of advice?
I would do a couple. So step one, you need to go to InLife Nation and go to John's guides and look at the guides and do a little bit of looking at our simple system and decide, okay, I'm going to do this and this, such as I'm going to reach out to a few of my friends and tell them and share what a great product I found, whether it's the collagen or the trim or the lean body system itself. And then I would start doing lives. And I know that people get scared of rejection, so I'm going to throw this in. If you're scared of rejection, for the fun of it, go do online dating or go apply for jobs that you're going to get a no on. Once you get enough, you'll get used to it. It's a no is a no. It's nothing personal. It's the other person's problem, not yours. And so people got to get through that and get over that and get over that fear. And then go on. The other thing you can do is go to video and practice a few times if you need to. I did that my very first time, practiced on camera. But then I was like, oh, mess with that. That takes too much time. So just do it a couple times, but then just hit the live button. People will love, because here's the deal. When you come on new and stuff, everybody's like, oh, people are going to judge me. Oh, my God, what are they going to think if I say and I mess up? They're going to be thinking, hey, if she did it, I can do it. And that's what you want. You can't be perfect, because if you are, people won't join you because they'll be too scared they can never do it. You just got to get through those fears, so you've got to go to the guides and look at the guides. And if you need help, ask your upline, ask whoever brought you into the system. But definitely, and number one thing that was mentioned earlier, stay consistent. You've got to stay consistent, folks. Consistency builds. And more so
love that
discipline.
So much.
Yeah.
That is so good, so good. I love you saying no is a no. I always tell my team a no is a not yet. They're probably just not ready. It's not about us. Sometimes when people are saying no, it is not. I said no for 18 months. I mean, think if the girl had quit that I signed up with had quit asking me, right, or given up, or like Cheryl shared, right? She can go back to some of those people. It's okay when someone says no. It's not about us, right? And we tend to make it about us, and it's just not. So I absolutely love that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I tell my team real quick, I say, think about being at a restaurant. The waitress comes over and says, would you like another cup of coffee or would you like dessert? You say no without hesitating, and she doesn't fall down and cry, or he.
Love that. Yes, love that. Absolutely. That is so good. Oh, that is so good. Thank you so much for sharing, Lauren. I just met Lauren this week, so I'm just getting to know her, so I'm so excited that we got to know each other better. So I'm really thankful that you came on here. I mean, it shows y'all. We have Cheryl so far that, had been in it a while before she decided to build this business, and then how great she did. And Lauren that, brand new, two months and hit team leader. So that is usually someone's first goal is team leader. So fantastic. Love the lives. One thing John says all the time is, you suck until you don't suck anymore. And I love that. And because we don't want to be perfect. We don't. I had a team member today that did a live, and she made a funny mistake, and she laughed about it, and we went on, and she said, you don't have to be perfect to do this business. And it's right. No one's going to follow us if we're perfect, because that's not who we are. So, again, thank you for all of that you shared. I appreciate that. Okay, third, last one we've got, which I'm so excited about, is Steph Crouch. Steph is a busy wife and a busy business owner and mom of 2 teenagers. I first met Steph in Dallas at Director Dash, which was really fantastic meeting her there. It shows you, just like Cheryl said, these events are where it's at, y'all. It definitely is, and that's where we met. She is a platinum team leader, and her first words to me is that I'm just getting started. She's just getting started. So, Steph, I want you to, I know you've had some successful businesses in your life, so tell me a bit on why you decided, you're already busy, you're busy and all this stuff, why you decided to start a new business in Modere, what it's done for you. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Can you hear me?
We sure can.
Yes. Wow, what a great introduction. Thank you, Leslie. I am super excited to be on this side of the call. It was actually one of my goals, but I never thought it would be this soon. So shout out to Kayla and John and you, Leslie. But yeah, so my why is I'm doing this for me, to get my health back on track. I used to be healthy and active my whole entire life, until I had kids. I got married, and then I just let myself go, and gave my family all the attention. I have 2 kids. I have a 19-year-old son and a 16-year-old daughter, so I'm a sports mama for basketball and volleyball. I also coached the high school sophomore volleyball girls, which we won more games than the JV team, so I give myself big props. Married to my husband for 17 years, been together for almost 20. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. My husband and his business partner, we own a black-on-black car service, so it's a VIP car service. We have a contract with Little America Hotel in downtown Salt Lake City, Delta Airlines, and the Utah Jazz NBA team here in Utah. My first job out of high school back in 1999 was at Costco, and I just resigned last year, April 2023, to grow our family painting business. So back in 2020, when COVID hit hard, it affected everyone's lives, and nobody could travel, which put our car service business out of business. But with me working at Costco at the time, I still had my job, so my husband ended up, depressed, stressed, that he wasn't able to work, let alone bring income in. So his friend is a licensed contractor and was like, hey, I know you used to paint when you were younger. Do you want to get out of the house and come help me? And my husband was like, yes, get me out of the house. So a few months go by, and my husband comes home, and he's like, I think we can make some good money starting a painting business. And I was like, really? Like, how much can you make? But it didn't matter because, he was out of a job and he was now excited about this opportunity. So I had to become a business entrepreneur real fast and figure out how to build a painting business literally from the ground up. So fast forward, we ended up turning one of our transportation vans into our painting van in 2020. And now, 2024, we are one of the top painting companies here in Utah for interior and exterior, working with mainly new construction custom homes, and we just got accepted on the biggest project out of 24 bids for a 14,000 square foot home. So our first year, we made over 6 figures, and we're growing every year. So I definitely have an entrepreneur mindset that's helping me in this amazing business here. So, sorry, that was long, but that's my story in a nutshell. We own 2 very successful businesses. I resigned my 9-to-5 job to grow our family business, taking my customer service and marketing background from Costco and utilizing it here with Modere. So I just started being a customer July 2023, not doing anything on the business side until January 2024. So I went to my first Director Dash in Dallas in March, hit bronze in April, and just last month, May, I hit Platinum Team Leader.
Oh, fantastic. I love that. What I really love is that I hear, how busy you are, that you're such a busy person. And I think I get a lot of people that come on calls or that I talk to and they're like, oh, I'm too busy for this business. And I tell them, I'm busy too. I work a full-time job, but look at you. You've got a lot going on, kids and jobs and entrepreneurships, and you made time. And when it's all about when you set your mind to growing this business. You started as a customer, fell in love with the product. Tell me a little bit about what the product did for you personally. Can you share that?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm doing this business for me because, like I said, I'm already busy. We own businesses, so I'm not like I love being in the business with this because I trust the product so much. But when I let myself go, I just had to do something about it. So like everybody, I was scrolling through TikTok and saw Kayla Betts, and I was like, she looks badass. Like, I'm going to click on her video and see what she's all about, right? So when I clicked on her, she was telling me her story, got real deep into it, and I just kept following her. So I just wanted to lose some weight, to be honest, because I was always I'm 6 feet tall. So a lot of people are like, you don't need to lose weight. Well, yeah, I do. So I tried the product. I was like, hey, I've never done weight loss before. This seems pretty cool to do. So I just ordered it, did it. Like I said, I didn't really do the business until January because I wanted to see if this is actually something that would work for me. Does that make sense? So months go by, I'm taking pictures of my before once a month, and I'm like literally seeing results. And I was like, this is crazy. So that's why in January I was like, you know what, tell me more about the business, because now I trust the product. I trust the process that it takes. You didn't gain 50 pounds overnight, so you're not going to lose 50 pounds overnight. So I just trust the process. I enjoy talking to people, doing something totally out of my element, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Oh, that is so great. And I absolutely love, how you talk about trusting the product, and sharing because you fell in love with the product and what it did for you. And I'm similar to you. I got in my 50s and figured out I raised kids and raised a husband and did all the things and forgot about myself, and I was 100 pounds overweight and lost 102 pounds with Modere, which made me, really fall in love with it. But it's just so great to know that we trust what we sell and you're not just selling something random. And I love especially like how you met Kayla. Kayla's on TikTok and you just clicked on her because, she looked great, You see a before and after like that. That's why it's so important we share a before and afters. People are afraid to share that. And I love that she did that and you saw it and now you are. And it's real funny because, you're 6 feet tall and I'm 4'11", so we look really cute standing next to each other. This is just for everybody, and I absolutely love that. So I'm going to end with you with that last question, just like I asked Lauren and Cheryl. If you were to share just one piece of advice to someone brand new that just started, what would that be?
I would say stay consistent, like everybody else says. Be confident. Don't be scared that somebody's going to not trust what you're going to tell them. I was super, super shy and scared to go live because of what I thought other people would think of me. And those trolls on live, but I got out of my element. Kayla told me, go live. And I was like, I can't. I was super shy. I was super shy in high school. I didn't like to conversate with people, but I do have a lot of energy. I have that bubbly personality, energy, like I'm a people person, but I just couldn't get myself to go live. I was like, Kayla, I can't. So then, I just was like, I'm going to do it. So I did it, and that has brought my confidence up so much. My husband's like, oh my God, you're going live again? Yes, because now I'm a professional at going live now. I love it. I love interacting with people. So just trust yourself. Don't worry about anybody else. Stay confident, stay consistent, and yeah, that's about it.
That is perfect. That's absolutely perfect. And I love, you listened to the person you trusted, and that's what's so great is that you signed up with Kayla for a reason. You listened to her, you trusted her, and look what happened. You found your confidence and you came out of your shell, and that is just so fantastic. And I love that all four of us on this call are talking about being consistent. I think that is the number one thing I will always say. Anybody that asks me, that's the first thing is July 15th. Funny story, the night before I signed up, I did a post before I even signed up to see if I would get attention on the post. Since then, I think I heard compliance didn't like my post, but I've learned since then to do better. But when I saw that people really wanted what we had is when I signed up, and I have not stopped a single day since then. I always say I took my daughter's wedding day off, but I did get a customer that day, so I didn't completely take it off. But the consistency is what is so crucial in this business, I think. And I just love everyone's heart and soul that's in here. So thank you very much, Steph, for sharing your story. I'm so glad we got to meet in Dallas. I know we're going to meet at a lot more events because we're all going to be at those, get in the room. Hopefully we'll see you at Fall Summit in September. So thank you for joining us. I just want to close this call, y'all. Oh, yes.
Can I give a quick shout-out since I'm last?
Of course you can.
Okay, I just want to give a quick shout-out. I just want to give a quick shout-out to Kayla Betts for being patient with me at the beginning and being there when I was finally ready to take that leap on the business side and push me to be the best I could be. And now I can only go up from here. Kia, Camille, Cordisha, Steph, thanks for being there and pushing me as well and not tripping me on the way up, on this amazing journey. I can't wait to see where my future ends up here with Modere. Love you guys.
Love that. Thank you so much for that. That is so great to give them that shout out. I love that. So if someone invited you to this call, please go back to that person and tell them, what you loved about this, and don't forget this rollover volume. This is the best time to join. Don't miss that rollover volume. It's the number one time to join. It is today going forward. Because if you wait until July 1st and you say, where's that rollover volume, we're going to say, you just missed it. So definitely reach out to that person who invited you here. If you've already been in this business for a while but you haven't worked it, maybe somebody, said something that really, really struck a chord with you and you're like, that's what I want to do. Y'all, just be you. Be authentic. People will love and adore you. This company is amazing. It's the best thing I've ever done for my family. Thanks, everybody, all three of y'all, Lauren, Steph, and Cheryl, for sharing your stories. And I hope everybody has an amazing Saturday. And we will see you next week.
Thank you, Leslie.
Bye.